Hey, what up, guys? This is Aiden with Father's Land Surveying, getting back at y'all with a quick video on Virtual Surveyor. All right, we're gonna jump right into it. Um, Here we have a project where this area right here. Let me just show you guys real quick. Where's my? I'm gonna put this thing on grid. This is Civil 3D. You can get these maps. It's pretty cool. I mean, these maps are they're probably um, they're probably like I don't know 5-10 feet off, but these are Bing maps, and if you get the right projection, it looks pretty darn close. See the walls quite off here. Let me change my. Let me go from Harn. Let me try 2000 NSRS 2011. The one that I had pretty good success with was the Harn one. And sometimes, this can be really pesky. It's the same thing. That's the same thing. So, anyways, point is, I'm um, showing you guys here, um, this area that we need to grab some Lidar contours from. Okay. Um, we're gonna grab some Lidar contours from here. So, go to Virtual Surveyor. Get that thing set up there. All right, let me drag it over here. So I have this tile here. Um, I have these tiles on I have it on a hard drive here at the office. And if we need them, we can transfer this hard drive. I don't have it on the server because it's, um, I mean, it's 50 gigs. Take a while to load on there and to back up onto the cloud. We use a cloud server here as well, so any of us can work from home and be on the same server. So I don't want to clog up the cloud. At physical office, we can run it on the network if we need it. But um, anyways, we got Marin County has these tiles. They're giant tiles, so it's not just the whole entire county in one big file. Sonoma County has the whole thing in one big file, and it's a really big file. Uh, so let me know if you guys need the Sonoma County one. We can get that one too. This is one we already have all these downloaded. I should probably put the Sonoma County one on this same hard drive here. So I know that a lot of the area, like in kind of like southeast Marin County, South Marin County, it's usually Tiburon tile 11. Um, so that's what I got pulled up here. Oops, tile 11. Let's pull that one up. So you can see I import my DXF file. Comes in nicely. This was a job that I double checked in Mill Valley. So Tiburon tiles got a lot of Mill Valley. Um, right, this is a little pop out of Tiburon, nice area. This is Angel Island, Sausalito, and then obviously the Golden Gate Bridge here. So let's do this. So what you do is usually we already have a DXF. Oh, why is it not letting me click? Looks like my File Explorer messed up. So go to Jobs, Survey Uploads, and we already got a DXF. This one's, I know it's on grid. Just pop that in there. Um, there it is. This one, uh, come on. That one? Yeah, there it is right there. See how you could see that? You just kind of got to know, look for that red. Look for that red there. It's kind of a weird thing. So I can see here's all the terraces. Um, Here's all the terraces here. And this is his flat area. Okay, so I can tell why these guys didn't go down there. Um, I wouldn't go down there either. It's not necessary. So yeah, so we're gonna get this whole top of bank here, and we're gonna check, do some check shots. Um, yeah, we're gonna do some check shots. See if we need to get. So his boundary goes out to there. Looks like they got the road. They did a great job. They got, what is this? Some landscape edging on the east side here. This probably goes from road to. See, that's a pain about this thing. They changed this, the 2026 one. When you zoom in close um, on this map, you'd be able to zoom in really close. Now you can't. Now you can't even zoom in close without um, doing what I just did there, where you go capture viewport and then switch it to find. Very fine. That way you can zoom in. It's a pain in the butt. See, this cannot load online maps. I don't know why it has that error. It's super annoying. So it looks like what they did here. What is this? So it looks like it goes from EP to a flow line. Just trying to figure out if I should get more stuff. This is a landscape edge. I don't know what that is. So we'll have to take a look. But because the property line goes right up to it. So maybe we'll get the road up here too, just to be safe. And we'll get this whole dropout area here. And they did a good job here. Looks like they're occupying more. Looks like the fence isn't too money there. Um, let's see. Oh, something's wacko. Yeah, it looks like something's going on here. Okay. Yeah, I had to fix this hard copy thing here, and so something got drafted. Some weird setting got drafted in the wrong spot. So now, look, even the map looks a little better. Looks a little closer. Somewhat, the building looks a little better. All right, so we're in Virtual Surveyor. Let's see where to go. Here it is. So we're gonna go. We're gonna grab. Let's see. Let's grab some of this road coming in. Is this even a road? No. It's a road going up to this guy's. Going up to this hill. So let's grab. How about we grab a little bit of that road? Um, so what you're gonna do? Get a layer. Call it 10 stamp. We're working on. Okay, then go get a boundary. And then let's go start following the contour here. Um, go get this contour. Follow this boundary here, sure. Looks like it's some type of hill. Let's follow it all the way to here. Let's take it down to be safe. It's like that's obviously some guy's house is cut out for his house there. I'm clicking here along. And let's go up to here. And up to here. Something like that. Up to this flat area. Double click it. So, yeah, it looks like maybe that's what this was. Looks like, I'm not sure where the flow line is, but we can always move this to this edge here. You just get the edge of that contour. So then you escape, and then you go to right click, edit vertex, and we can kind of slide it over. You can slide all those vertexes over here. You can add a vertex there by just clicking it. So we can slide that. We can slide that to that top right there. Really get that top going. Here, get this crown here, and then we'll cut it off here. How about we do that? See if we get a good check in here. It's probably gonna be mostly flat anyways. So, all right. So that's our boundary. Now you go to Q points. Now what Q points does is it gives you points based on your vertical difference. So basically it's we want a shot, we're gonna say we want a shot every, I don't know, how about 2/10? It's gonna give us pretty dense. So be careful when you do that. Um, could take some time. So I got a really good graphics processor here, so obviously it didn't take very long. And the software is really good in Virtual Surveyor at really processing this stuff fast. So there's my cue points at every 2/10 of a foot. Obviously, there's more. There's more here. Excuse me. There's more here because there's more relief. It's more different in the ground here. Obviously, this area is more flat. The only 2/10 difference they have is probably this little weird. Maybe that's a drain inlet or something. All right. So when you go here, you go export, CSV, export survey. And we're gonna go 2026 survey. Just put it in the survey, and I just put Lidar points. All right. So then you go over here to your folder. There's our Lidar points, and you'll pop up a CSV. So then you'll go delete all these, delete that layer. You need to know what points you're gonna put them, what point number, point range you're gonna put them in. So uh, go to your properties, go to all points. Uh, looks like I'm in the way there, huh? So, okay, oops. There it is. I'm in the way. My little screen thing's in the way. So we're gonna go all the way down to let's say 2,000. I mean, it's like we got 1,700 points. I don't know how we got 1,700 points. Quite a lot of points there. A lot of walls and stuff. But let's go 2,000 to 2,000. Okay, so you go back to here. So now we're gonna do this one 2,000. Okay, and then you go Control G. So first before you do that, you got to know how far, what line this one is. So I really can't see. Okay, I turned my camera off because it was a pain in the butt. I couldn't see. So we got 1978, 1978, 19. Remember that number 1978, 1978. So you hit Control G, and we're gonna go A2 colon A1978. Bam, that selects all our stuff for us. Then you go fill series 1. Bam. So then you got a series of point numbers all the way through there. This we're gonna put GS. These are all ground shots, and you're gonna Control C and then Control G again to select. This time we're gonna put D2, D1978. Oops. Yeah, D2. Yep. Oops. E. I mean. So Control C, Control G, E2, E1978, Control V, and bam, you got all your points there. Then you got to take this header out. Note here that by default, Virtual Surveyor gives you the easting. You know, X is east-west, left-right on the X axis. Y is north-south on the Y axis. So this is PE because we're always positive. We're east on the x-axis. PE N, which is northern because we're positive on the y-axis. So that's why it's north. PENZD, not PNEZD. So you can switch it, or you can import. You can import as PENZD. So if you wanted to switch it, you just go like this, move it and then move this back and move it back. But for speed, I usually just delete it, delete that header, save it, and import them as PE. So then now we're gonna go points file, import these darn points. Go to survey, Lidar Points, and it's PE, Pensda, not Penezda. It's Pensda. All right, and then we'll put the Lidar points here on the point group. Import these on the point group. There you go. All right, looks like we want to add some of this too. So Control Z that. Um, and all that's lawn. So we might not need all that lawn. We can maybe delete a lot of those out of there. All right, so let's go back in here. Yeah, it looks like we want to grab some more here. So we can undo this here, right? We can edit. So I Control Z that, edit vertex, and so now I see this is clearly the road here, right? That's that little road coming in, which they topo well. So then yeah, it looks like maybe you want to add some more here. I mean, it's nothing to it, but just to move it, over here. Okay. And take it all the way up. Looks like there's some steps there. So we can just take it all the way up here. Don't make no difference. We'll clean it up in civil. Shoot. Let's just go to here. It don't matter. Give them all of it. So if I go back, so that'll be all this stuff here. It looks like they got this really well. So there's the house. All right, let's orient this straight north like how this one is. So there's that guy's house. That's this thing. So yeah, I may not need all much of that, but that's okay. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anybody. I can always delete what I don't need. Okay, so escape out of there. Home, point grid, hit that point grid again. Ooh, had a lot of points there. That's all right. Let's go, same thing. Let's export that. Export survey, overwrite that, Lidar points, replace it. Double click here. We're gonna have a lot more points now. 2688. So 2688. Control G, A2 to A2688. Fill series. Okay. Delete that. GS E2 to E2688. Control V. Delete that header. And then make sure these are all good. Yep. And then save. Okay. And then now we'll import them. Points from file. Pensda. Lidar points. And let me show you a trick too, guys. If you want to put something on a specific layer, just go Lidar. Before you import the points, put Lidar points. If you want to keep them white, if you want to keep them a weird color, it's fine. Do that first and then import the points. Pensda. Then go Lidar points. Keep them on a point group and their own layer. So now when you click these. No, they're on zero layer, so it doesn't work. But you can create a layer, select them, Lidar. Okay, that way they're on their own layer. You're actually going to have to go to properties, and you're going to have to go to, let's see, point, let's go up top. Let's go to existing point, and let's put them on, if you put them on a different thing, here's go point number and elevation. We know they're ground shots. Hit apply, and that'll change your color so you can decipher what's what. So let's see, 364 here. Let's look at this ground shot, 362, 363. So 36631, that's really close. A lot of these are really close. 375. See, that's only a couple tenths here. So a lot of these LiDAR ones I might want to take out. 378, you know, it's close enough. 379, 379, yeah, sloping down. So we'll see. I probably want to get rid of this one. 380. See, the flat surfaces do really well. See, that's only 800s off. 376. Let's delete some of those. 375. Some of these are just depending on the placement. You know, they might look funky, so we'll have to clean it up. But look, this one's, look, this 700s right here. See, that's really good. So I prefer my guys on the ground over the LiDAR. So we've checked this will be a funky thing here because it's going up 310s. Probably fine. 36274. See, that's within 100 there. I haven't seen it that good on the ground shot. Wow. It's within 100. So we'll delete that. This one I don't need because we already got brakes on both sides here. Yeah, I'm just going to delete it. So what we can do here now. Oh, so this is the master drawing. So let me. Master drawing is the 2D drawing. So I'm gonna just undo all that, guys. Undo all that. All right, undo all that. I actually need to start a 3D drawing. So I'm gonna go to process line work. Let's get that line work in there. All right, there we got it. So we select them all to explode it. Now they should all be 3D polylines. Yep. Let's get them survey points in there. Insert in the drawing. Okay, Control S. Let's give that 3D. Let's change the scaling a little bit. All right, now we'll import our LiDAR points here. And let's go to insert file, LiDAR points, PENSDA, LiDAR points. Nice. And let's do what we did. So you just create another layer here. LiDAR points. Give it a little cool little green one. Doesn't matter. All right. And then your LiDAR points, properties, points X. You can give it an existing point 1, and then point number and elevation. That's what we really care about this one. So you gotta select all these. Careful when you select a lot of Kogo points in civil. If you don't have a good graphics processor, that could take you a while. Okay. Let's change the scaling down to 1 to 4, 1 to 1 again. See, that's within 600s. Let's see how. So that's within a foot. 600s there. Pretty darn good. Just gonna clean this up. Clean some of this stuff up. 36149, but again, really close. GLT. So, well, let's see what happens. I might need I might not need to do so much cleanup here. So let's see. Top of wall here. Should have got a brake line on this side here, so that might pose an issue. We'll have to see what we can do there. So let's go to, you just click update. Boom. Whoa. What we got there? What on there? Oh, that's weird. Why did it import all those? That's so weird. Must be because I had a bunch of projects in there. So note to self is you're gonna want to. That's all right. You're going to want to delete once you're done with this project. You're gonna want to delete all these. Delete this layer, because then it'll just, because then it'll just put a bunch of points in your thing there. So like all these points, what layer is that? Imported polyline, Q points. Somehow imported a bunch. It's a little glitchy. Not sure. Those points are gone. Let's see. So we need to get rid of. When you're done, you save it. You gotta get rid of all these points. You figure out what layer that is on. On that one. On that one. Oh, second. There it is. Yeah, it's on second. So just delete those. That way you don't get those crazy points there. So that's a cool little lesson to teach us. So go to surface style, go to triangles, apply, delete triangles, just delete all these like that. Okay. And then I can, so is this on a group? Oh. And I could also delete lines. So delete lines, delete all these, delete all those. I could delete these points really, because they're not on a group. Okay, save that, update, and the surface should automatically update. It's on rebuild automatic. Okay, so now we only got what we need. Start trimming these lines here. You want to trim lines where you don't actually have a shot between them that's reasonable distance. So it's good there. Same thing with these. We don't have a shot really between those. It looks really good already. Let's see here. So this is how we do some cleanup. This looks pretty good already. Not much here. There's a retaining wall. So we'll need to. Looks like we got a brake line. We need to add those brake lines. Here's where we got an issue, right? So you got a big jump of 5 feet. So we need to add our brake lines now. So let's select similar, all our brakes. Those are all our brake lines. Go to your surface definition, brake lines, add brakes. All right. Now we got our brakes in there. So it looks like we got some funky stuff. Stuff's pooling here. So usually I take preference on obviously what the crew shot. So I'll probably, if stuff's looking funny, it's probably because the Lidar and hit update. Oops. Update. Surf points. Yeah, it's probably because the LiDAR is in a funky spot. So let's go to update. Yeah, update all those. Update. What is this? Update. I don't want to show changes. So then let's also go ahead and let's add our EPs. Econ, that's econ. Usually I add my econs to the surface. Let's see. I don't know if I want to add all my econs though. Let's add them all for now. I could always take them all out. So brakes. Let's go econ 1. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, it's looking pretty good now. So I can see I got some little wigglers that are a little weird here. 349. Okay, that's 7/10 dropping down, 7/10 dropping down. So okay, so that's a little weird wiggler. So maybe we'll swap that edge. It says you can't swap it. So I wonder if that's because this is a weird shot. No, it should be fine. Yeah, top a wall there. Let's see, it's the fence. This is looking weird. So that's, you got a 2-foot drop right next to each other. So this is probably on something. Not sure what this one's on. Yeah, so this is probably shot on something weird. 348, 51. So this one should really be going to there. Looks a little better, kind of. Yeah, there you go. So it looks like this is going downhill. 350, 349. Yeah, it's going downhill, which makes sense. You got some weird stuff here. So I think I want to get rid of that one. That's like a whole foot right next to it. Okay, so let's update. Yeah, it looks better already. And why is this pooling here? So where's my triangles? I think that might be a bad shot too. Let's see what happens if I go to do that. This one's a bad one too. I already have a break line there. Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like there's some weird stuff. Maybe it's shot on some trees or something. But they got a break line there. All these are a little wacko. Yeah, it looks better. Should be going down, down. Here's some weird stuff too. See, LiDAR's, see, that's pretty good. LiDAR's always obviously better on hard surfaces, but keep precedence, priority, keep priority on the stuff that's shot on the ground, because you never know what the LiDAR could be hitting, but you know on the ground you hit a hard surface for sure. So let's see what else we got here. So here's some wacko stuff. 345, that's within a couple tenths. So let's get rid of that one. And obviously a lot of shots in like a close area makes the contours look really weird too. There you go. Makes probably a little more sense. Something like that. So we got a bad shot here. So something happened there. So instead of deleting it, we go edit to delete point, and that just removes a point from the surface there. And you got another bad point here. Okay, there we go. It's looking a little better. It's making a little more sense. Okay, then you gotta delete these here. I'm just right clicking, right click, or no, I'm sorry. I'm left clicking and right clicking. Right click on in Civil is to accept the command. Left click, right click, and then you right click to get out of it. Control save. And you can right click again, it repeats the last command you did. So delete line, I'm just left clicking, right clicking. Left click, right click. Left click, right click. Control S. So is this my EP? Yeah, let me get the EPs in here. So select all your EP. Break lines. EPs, there you go. So also I'm going to shave off some of this stuff here. Control S here. And then, okay. Well, and then obviously we start cleaning up. Start cleaning some of this up. That's, that's typical 3D work there. So, well, there you go. It looks pretty nice. See, looks pretty nice incorporating this. A lot of these shots are really good, especially in the open areas when it's close to other features. Maybe not so much. So you just like right here, see here a little. Um, that's because something's just so close to it, right? When you got stuff so close to it, it'll create little. Even though it's only 700s off, you gotta just get rid of that. Get rid of that. It'll create little weird stuff in there. This one looks weird too, like it's pulling. So you're gonna maybe swap it. That looks a little better. Smooth it out a little better. Some wiggle stuff here, some wiggly stuff. Not sure why you got two shots right next to each other. Maybe you can smooth it out by swapping the edge or getting rid of the point. 359. I don't really want to move the point, but so you kind of swap these edges here. See, I know I could tell these two are pulling. So I wonder what would happen if I get rid of this one. Let me get rid of this one here. Delete it and see what happens. Looks a little better, like it's a little more smoother. Whoops. Swap edge. Yeah. Like maybe that's what it's supposed to be doing, going along that contour. Something like that, yep. Here I can tell it's pulling. It's pulling. There you go. A little more smooth. Something like that. Here it's pulling a little bit. Oops, got delete line. I want to swap edge. Oh, maybe that may just be what it is. See, it's pulling down to this one. So then we got some weird stuff here. So that contour is pulling to this one. So you got a foot next to each other. So I'm gonna to get rid of that one. Okay. And then get rid of this one. Because I already got brake line shots there. Looks like this is a little hair or something. That's really close. Let's update that. Okay. Maybe this is a little knoll. Some type of knoll or something. So, okay. Makes a little sense there. A little knoll there or something. Just double check. It's like this one may be looking weird too. Okay. This looks like it's pretty steep here. steepens out right here. Right here too, it's pretty darn steep right there. Yep. Okay, it smooths out here. This must be a parking spot or something. Some type of parking spot. Okay. This is something weird. Little knoll there. Knoll. Alright. Did I get my flow lines? Let's get my flow line in here. Couple flow lines going. What's this? Looks like we got some brake lines we gotta fix here. So that'll conclude this video on how to get Lidar contours. How to get these Lidar contours, well, these Lidar points in here and get the contours going with existing points. All right, guys, thanks for watching.